Have you got anybody lined up in the near future? Any celebs?
Well, I was working a little bit with that Kerry, what's she called? Kerry Catatonia. Who's you know, she used to be. I don't know what she used to do actually.
Was she well known-ish?
I think so. Well, she told me she was. She was in there, in the magazine, and she seems to be doing alright for herself. I mean, I put her back on the straight and that. Well, not, you know, I put her back on that track. I mean, she came to me, and she was underweight. Well, when I say underweight, she was probably about the right weight, but she used to be overweight, so technically that's underweight, isn't it? And she dried herself out, so I taught her how to sort of get a bit lubricated again. And she was off. You see, the problem was, she was off drugs, but she was on prescription medication, which is exactly the same as narcotics, but costs more. So I got her off them, and got her back on the good stuff, through my mate Charlie, who lives up in Great Howard. And she's been alright ever since. You know, she's in papers, and she's like out having whale of a time in nightclubs and everything. No, past she was in gym, she looked miserable as sin. I could see the fake smile pasted on her face. No, I see her coming out of clubs with her knickers on show and her tits out. She's having a whale of a time. You know, she never rang me to thank me up like, but maybe, you know, I've changed my name, changed my number. She might not be able to get hold of us like, but, you know, I keep a little bit in there knowing that she'll thank me, and it's always appreciated, and she'll carry it forward and pass it on. That pay it forward, what's it's all about, isn't it? Looking out for each other. And talking looking out for each other, I've got a little fella who sits in the window there every day, who looks out for me. Well, he don't look out for me, you know, I'm sat behind him, aren't I? Or, you know, doing star jumps. I like star jumps. They like it, you know, they come in and it's like a little bit of an icebreaker, isn't it? They come in and they say like, you know, my name's, I can't tell you his name, like, but they want help and they're in big trouble and all that stuff, and I say, well, I'll tell you what, seeing as you're a big star, we'll start with some star jumps, and they love it. I'll tell you what, Russell Crowe was cracking up. That's not why he was here, but, you know what I'm saying? So you give him a few star jumps, and little Billy Bob at the door, he's keeping an eye out for you know, any officers at law or people in disguises, you know, parking over the road. Or there's a few guys who still owe a few quid to. He's got a little bell there, you know, a little discreet bell. So if, you know, the code word is like, okay class, 2-minute warm down, I'll be right back. That means we're out the back door, in Maserati, and off. It's only happened about 4 times, so, you know, it's a well-honed little plan, and we can come back in time, because people, you know, in time they move on to somebody else, and you know, you just carry on with your life and just do what you're doing. But, you know, these type of things, these type of magazines are telling you all, you know, lies and mistruths about all these celebs, and to be quite honest, if they weren't in there, people wouldn't be buying them, would they?
No.
It'd just be 48 empty pages. I mean, you couldn't charge, what, £1.20 for that, could you? Well, you could try. You know, I mean, it'd be like reading Jeffrey Archer, but I don't know. What I'm saying is, there's a demand for it. The celebrities who go up and they go and win their Oscars, or they win their, you know, Singer of the Year or X Factor, and they're all well behaved, and they've got 2.4 children, they live at home with their mum and dad, and they've got, you know, nice house, no trouble. Who's going to sell all the magazines? They don't want to read about junkies and dropouts and, you know, people in society, you know, oh, Fred from Overalton's got a bad toe, so he's been going round to doctors and he thinks he's got gout. Who's going to pay for that? You're not going to, are you? You want to know about, who have we got here? Charlotte Church. Is that how you pronounce it? Charlotte? Charlotte Church. I don't know about your body being a temple, love. Temporary, maybe. But, you know, these people are going out of the way to get obese and have problems and breakdowns so that the good British public can sit at home and have a proper good read about it. And we feel better about ourselves because we go, look at that fucking messed up piece of turd with loads of money. And we go, money's not really all that, is it? And we sit there, you know, scraping enough together to have a cup of tea, eating cafe. We go, oh, money's not really all that, is it? And we say that, and then just in case any of them overhear us and they go away, and they think, oh, we are doing our bit for society. You know, we get fat and obese and miserable and depressed and suicidal, and then the people in the street who pay for it appreciate it. It's all about the oneness, you know, coming round, looking out for each other, putting in, taking out, touching up a bit and sprinkling, and then throwing over in corner and saying, don't touch that for 2 weeks until it goes blue. That's what's going on. But do they want to listen? Do they bloody hell? But they should, because if they don't, then they won't. And you know, I'm just glad that it's actually being appreciated.
Nice, but I think I've got some little bit.